Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about the emergence of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics developed after the publication of Keynes' famous book, General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money in 1936. This book brings a revolution in economic thoughts. This revolution is known as Keynesian Revolution. Now, you are about to enter the world of national income. Increasing national income is the ultimate goal of all planning, government budgeting, government policies, and development studies. Income is the most attractive word among people and probably the ultimate goal of all activities carried out by them. The income earning activities by an individual is micro activity. The income earning activity of all the individuals of a nation taken together is a macro activity. In this class, we will study a number of concepts essential for estimating the national income of a country. Basic concepts. First concept is national income. What do you mean by national income? National income is the sum total of all money value of final goods and services produced in a country during a year. It is an important barometer to measure the economic growth of a country. It is an index of economic growth. It is an indispensable tool for the policy formulators for making economic policies. First concept, national income. National income എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു രാജ്യത്ത് ഒരു വർഷം ഉൽപ്പാദിപ്പിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ സാധനങ്ങളുടെയും സേവനങ്ങളുടെയും ആകെത്തുകയാണ് നാഷണൽ ഇൻകം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഒരു രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ സാമ്പത്തിക വളർച്ച അളന്ന് തിട്ടപ്പെടുത്താൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും നല്ല ഒരു മെഷറിംഗ് റോഡാണ്, അളവുകോലാണ് നാഷണൽ ഇൻകം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ദേശീയ വരുമാനം. നെക്സ്റ്റ് കൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഈസ് ഫൈനൽ ഗുഡ്സ്. Final goods and intermediate goods. What do you mean by final goods? Final goods are used for final consumption. There is no need of any other processing. We can directly use these goods for our wants. For example, house, car, TV, food items, clothes, etc. are known as final goods. These goods directly satisfies our wants. Next good is intermediate goods. What do you mean by intermediate goods? Intermediate goods are those goods which are used for further production. These goods are known as raw materials. By making some process in the intermediate goods, we can make final goods. For example, plastic is used for making mugs, buckets, etc. For making different items, we use the intermediate good plastic. Then we use steel for making different instruments, machinery, etc. So, intermediate goods are those goods which are used for further production. These goods do not satisfy our wants directly. Then next item is consumption goods. Consumption goods are goods which satisfy our consumption needs, which directly satisfy our consumption needs. These consumption goods are otherwise known as consumer goods. We can divide these consumption goods into two: durable consumer goods and non-durable consumer goods. Durable consumer goods are those goods which is used for several years. For example, car, TV, bike, etc. Non-durable goods are perishable goods. Food items are perishable goods. For example, vegetables, milk, eggs, etc. are non-durable goods. We are not able to use these items for several times. Repeated use is not possible. So, these goods are known as non-durable goods. Then, another concept is capital goods. Goods once produced is used for further production. Capital goods is otherwise known as producer's goods. These goods are used for production purposes. Machinery, building, tools, implements, etc. are known as capital goods. So, in short, we can say that goods are divided into final goods and intermediate goods. Final goods are again divided into consumer goods and capital goods. Consumer goods are again divided into durable consumer goods and non-durable consumer goods. Another important concept used in national income calculation is depreciation or consumption of fixed capital. Depreciation means the wear and tear of machinery during production process. മെഷീനറിക്ക് വരുന്ന തേയ്മാനത്തിന് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഓരോ മെഷീനറിക്കും വരുന്ന തേയ്മാനത്തിന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് ഡെപ്രിസിയേഷൻ. ഈ ഡെപ്രിസിയേഷൻ ചെലവിന് വേണ്ടി മെഷീനറി നല്ല വർക്കിംഗ് കണ്ടീഷനിൽ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്ത് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ വേണ്ടി ഓരോ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ യൂണിറ്റും ഒരു പ്രത്യേക ഫണ്ട് നീക്കി വയ്ക്കുന്നു. അതിന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് depreciation allowance. Next important topic or next important concept is stock and flow variables. Stock and flow variables. Stock variables are those variables the value of which is measured at a particular point of time. Stock is a static concept. For example, water in a tank, water in a lake. Then wealth, investment, etc. are stock concept. Flow variable is a dynamic concept. There occur changes. Dynamic concept ആണ് flow എന്ന flow variable. The value of this variable is measured at a particular period of time. For example, income, capital formation, water in a river, etc. are flow variable. Examples for flow variable. So, dear students, we discussed many concepts. There are some other concepts also that we can discuss in the next class. You please study these concepts very well. Okay, thank you.